The Global Youth Employment Forum 2019 was organized on the occasion of the International Labour Organization's centenary to engage youths in sharing their employment experiences and vision for the future of work. The conference looked at climate change, decent job, and the challenges confronting the nations as employers have complained of their inability to find skilled workers to fill up vacant places at their organizations. And so they call on the government to make universal access to basic quality education a top priority if the country must build a workforce of employable youths. This can be achieved by collectively looking at how to strategically enhance demand for employment by mainstreaming issues of employment in policies and the national budget at international and local levels.
There are three key drivers of the future of work: demographics, technology, and climate. And of course, this is within the context of how globalization is unfolding. So it's important that in terms of the demographics, for Africa, our demographic bonus is young people. And it's key that the demographics could actually become a bomb, but it has the potential to become a dividend. And for that to happen, deliberate efforts have to be made around certain issues. The first one is we need to focus on generating demand for jobs. Africa is a youthful population.
Skills, they say, has to be multidimensional and lifelong, and so there is the need to create a space to enable young people to be a part of the performance of contracts.
It is crucial that governments who have politically said that job creation is important have to translate these political sentiments into concrete action. First, by integrating them into the national planning frameworks, but also into the budget. And then the third one, and this is where looking at enhancing the employment intensity of investments. We talk about the environmental impacts of our investments. Are we talking about the employment impacts of our investments? When investors are coming into this country, is the quality of the jobs they create a key determinant in what we agree?
So my call this morning is on governments to ensure that the budgets are provided, but the development partners to ensure that they provide the necessary support, both financially and technically, to ensure that our policies, programs, and activities are implemented towards ensuring that we meet the goals which relate to SDG 8. It's very important that as we proceed to deal with the problem of youth unemployment, we ensure that we do not leave anyone behind. And I think, as you know, this is basically what the SDGs are talking about. The youth cohort is not homogeneous, and it's very easy to leave out a certain segment of this in the belief that we're doing the best that we can, and you'll find that at the end of the day, we actually have left out certain people. And I think the passionate presentation by Mustafa this morning with respect to the youths who are disabled is very critical, because many times we tend to look or turn a blind eye to this.
Inclusive and sustainable economic growth can drive progress and generate the means to implement the Sustainable Development Goals. Globally, labor productivity has increased and unemployment is back to pre-financial crisis level. However, the global economy is growing at a slower rate. More progress is needed to increase employment opportunities, particularly for young people, reduce informal employment and the gender pay gap, and promote safe and secure working environments to create decent work for all. Gloria Kiba, TV News, Abuja.